Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody to the August 2nd River Falls Planning Commission meeting. First thing we're going to do is stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, can we get a roll call, please?
Sure. Oldcamp.
Here.
LaRue. Here. Moody.
Here.
Odine.
Here.
Prendergast. Here. Woolsey. Thanks.
Okay, we have a chat on the screen. Oh, okay.
You.
You can hear us?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, first move on to approval of the minutes from the June 7th Comprehensive Plan Steering Committee meeting and the minutes of the July 5th Planning Commission meeting.
I move approval. I'll second.
Okay, first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next move on to public comments. So anybody in the audience has anything like to say, now would be the time to just come on up front and sign in and state your name and where your address. Come on. Oh, is there? Oh, there you go. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Christy Smith. I am the Executive Director at St. Croix Valley Habitat for Humanity. We built the Eco Village over on Apollo Road, and it's my pleasure to be here tonight. We just had a couple things we wanted to keep in mind as we built that project with the city and others. The goal there was to really facilitate environmental and eco-friendly types of materials. So we put solar panels in all those homes, and therefore the solar panels will still need to have access to the sun. So we're just watching what height restrictions and things like that are being considered. So
Yep.
That's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. We'll give her a chance to finish up. Okay, anybody else in the audience have something they want to say? Okay, we'll move on to ordinances, resolutions. The first ordinance regarding a change in zoning classification for the parcel at the south east corner of South Wasson Lane and Cemetery Road. This is from R3 family multiple family residential to SZ school zone. And I'll take a motion on that, and then Sam is going to give us a presentation.
I'll make the motion
Yep.
to approve the ordinance.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, and go ahead, Sam, then that way we can ask questions with Sam. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Kendra, can I ask you to bail me out real quick? Set it off. My apologies. Good evening, Mayor and Plan Commissioners. My name is Sam Burns. The first item on the agenda this evening is a rezoning petition. The applicant Roundabout LLC is seeking to rezone the parcel located at the southeast corner of the Cemetery Road and South Wasson Lane roundabout. The existing zoning for the site is R3 multifamily residential high density. The applicant is working with the River Falls School District and is seeking to build an alternative school on the property. The school building will be approximately 10,000 square feet and be accessible from a private drive already located on the south side of the site. To accommodate the proposed school's use, the applicant is seeking a new zoning of SZ school zone. The graphic above shows the current zoning of the site and the surrounding area. The parcel is adjacent to storage uses to the east, but is otherwise separated by roadways from other uses in the area. It is anticipated that the proposed use for the site for an alternative school would be compatible with nearby uses. The current zoning of R3 multifamily residential allows schools with a special use permit. However, a special zoning district, a SZ school zone, was created in 2007 to reduce the need for this special use permit. As such, all River Falls School District properties were rezoned to school zone in 2012. Staff has advised the applicant that they seek a zoning map amendment or rezoning in order to maintain consistent zoning for all school district properties. Additionally, state statute requires consistency between a comprehensive plan's future land use map and the existing zoning ordinance. Currently, the future land use of the site is high-density residential, which is consistent with the existing future land use map zoning. If a change is made to the zoning map, staff recommends an amendment to the future land use map to public institutional or PI for this property. The 2005 comprehensive plan defines a public institutional classification as providing for universities, schools, and other facilities that have a unique public character. This change to the future land use map would provide consistency between the proposed zoning designation and the future land use classification. A notice of the proposed rezoning was mailed on July 22nd, 2022 to property owners within 300 feet of the parcel. Additionally, a rezoning notification sign was placed on the site as is required by our municipal code. The City Council meetings taking place on August 23rd and September 13th will act as the two required public hearings for the application. As of this meeting, staff has received no questions or comments from the public regarding the rezoning. Next steps for the application will go before the City Council meeting for the first reading on August 23rd. Staff recommends that the Plan Commission forward the enclosed council resolution, which approves a zoning map and future land use map amendment to the City Council with a favorable recommendation. With that, I'll turn it back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Sam. Questions?
Just a quick question, Sam. I couldn't find it in the memo. How big is this parcel?
So it's approximately, I want to say 1.07, and our applicant is here and you can certainly give us a little background information.
Excellent.
Good evening, Mayor and Plain Commission members and staff. So thank you for having us here. Chad Smarava with the school district is here as well, but I'd like to first thank the staff that's helped get us here. They've been a pleasure to work with. So really it's for planned use for the Run School, and it's gonna be 10,800 square feet is what is proposed. Development plans in city for review, and so open to hearing any other questions, but 10,800 square feet will be the
Yeah,
facility.
the building, I was just wondering about the,
Oh, 1.57 acres.
okay,
Yep.
thank you.
It's an alternative school, so is this like for disciplined kids or is it for like different grades? What's the meaning of alternative school?
Yeah, I'll speak high level. So it's the Renaissance School, so it's already a school that's in our district. And so obviously they had a home on Wasson Lane. They're in a kind of an alternative or transitionary home right now. And so this is the proposed future home, long-term home of it. But Chad, do you have any additional comments or feedback on the school?
Yes. So this school is designed primarily for a couple of types of groups. Tends to be for students who are more hands-on, and we have more hands-on based learning type systems there for them. We also have students who, just for a number of reasons, their personality or whatnot just doesn't work in a large high school of 1,100 students, and they flourish much more in a smaller environment where they have 40 to 50 students. Some students are just very self-directed and are able to work with staff to move through the program maybe at a faster pace than what they would be able to do at a high school with more flexibility. So it's really a combination of students' needs that are being met here.
Okay. Anybody else?
I have a couple of comments. First of all, thank you. One of our goals is to become a more diverse and welcoming community. And so I'm glad that we can help out with this. I need a better understanding of what it means by this will eventually become under the ownership of the River Falls School District. Does that mean you're going to build it, you're going to fund it, and then at some point it just, does the school district going to buy it from you, or does it just like fade into their assets?
Yeah, high level, we'll build, lease, but they do have the option of purchase. And so,
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And with regard to mailing notices, it obviously says property owners, but did the residents get notified? I saw the signs out there, so
Sure.
I know people are being notified, but did the residents get mailings? Do you know?
Yeah.
And I don't even know how many people are within that 300 feet.
There aren't a lot of people
Yeah.
within 300 feet, and the ordinance has us mail to property owners for the rezoning. So
Okay.
it's just the special use permit where we mail to property owners and current.
Yeah, I
residents.
just wondered, like I said, I saw the signs. I think that's all my questions. Yep, it is. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Anybody else have anything? Oh, okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so I got a first and second on this. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next move on to an ordinance regarding the annexation of the Wells Myers property southwest of West Maple Street and South Apollo Road. Application of a zoning classification of R2 multifamily medium density for the property. And I'll take a motion on this.
I'll make a motion to approve the annexation.
Second.
Okay, first and second, and Planner Kendra is going to give us a little presentation on it.
Yes, good evening. Mayor and Plan Commissioners, Kendra Owner, Planner. So yes, I'd like to give you a brief presentation on the Wells and Meyer Properties Annexation Petition. So the city has received a unanimous petition for annexation that has been submitted by the Twin Cities Land Development on behalf of Mary Kay Johnson and Kelly M. Gutierrez, trustees for the Marlene W. Wells Revocable Trust, and Charles B. and Patricia Meyer for 2 parcels totaling approximately 37 acres adjacent to West Maple Street and South Apollo Road. So a unanimous petition means that the property owners have approached the city with a request to become a part of the city in order to develop the property with connection to city services. It is the most straightforward request for annexation, with all landowners and electors of the property in support of the annexation. So factors to consider in determining whether to approve the annexation are: is the property contiguous to the city, and is the proposed land use compatible with adjacent land uses? So for the first factor, yes, the subject properties are contiguous to the city of River Falls along the right-of-ways of Maple Street and Apollo Road, north and south boundaries of the properties. Regarding compatibility, currently both parcels have single-family homes and one with an agricultural use, the Wells property. While there's no official development applications at this time, there is a prospective developer who has provided preliminary concept for residential housing on the southern property, the Wells property, for approximately 70 single-family homes and 48 twin homes. In order to proceed with the potential purchase and development of the property as proposed, an annexation and application of a city zoning designation will need to be approved. If these properties are annexed, the developer will proceed in the development review process. The parcels are adjacent to residential and recreational land uses and are anticipated to be developed and continued as residential properties, which is compatible with the surrounding land uses. So the city has been prepared to have these properties come into the city limits shown in planning documents such as the sewer service plan area, the comprehensive plan, and future land use map, the extraterritorial subdivision boundary, and the urban area boundary. If the property is to be annexed into the city, appropriate land use designations will need to be in place. So this includes the future land use classification from the comprehensive plan and applicable zoning classifications. So regarding future land use, the 2005 comprehensive plan future land use map designates these parcels for future residential development as medium density. There is no need to change the future land use designation in order to accommodate single and 2-family homes on the subject property. So regarding zoning, currently the zoning classification of the parcels is in the city's extraterritorial zoning area, which is residential suburban. This zoning classification would allow residential development at a very low density without connection to city sewer and water services. So based on the proposed development concept for single and two family homes at a density which would require connection to city sewer and water services. So staff is recommending designating the parcels R2 multiple family medium density residence district consistent with the future land use classification. So I just want to take a moment to refresh you on our housing data tracking. These numbers are through January of 2022, and they show that the projections are still needed about 1,500 housing units. So we are looking to update this study since it's been a few years old. And as we can see, we are still in need of additional housing in the city of River Falls. So in conclusion, the factors to be considered for the proposed annexation are that the area is contiguous with the city boundaries and anticipated future use of the property is compatible with the surrounding land uses. So the items detailed in this presentation before you are included in the annexation ordinance, and the next step was to recommend to council to bring the properties into the city and apply the future land use with conformance. So I will turn it back to you, Mayor, for any questions or comments.
Okay, thanks, Kendra. Questions?
I just have a comment, and I want to thank Emily for this. Item number 6 refers to a payment that the city of River Falls would have to pay to the township of River Falls. And the numbers are fairly low. For the Meyer property over a 5-year period, we'll pay about $23,000, and the Wells property about $33,000 to obtain it. So it's not out there some huge number or anything.
But that's not money we're paying. That's coming from them, right?
The city agrees to pay the town of River Falls.
Right, but that's what happens is, right, we're collecting the taxes from them and then we.
Right, but then we pay it to them.
So I just wanted, it sounds like we're writing the check
Like writing a
ourselves.
check. I'm sorry.
Sorry, no, I just wanted to make sure people understood that.
Move on to
We're
taxes.
kind of created a middleman for 5 years.
Right, and it's the purpose of which is to lessen the tax burden
Yep.
on the township as a property is annexed.
Right.
And developed.
Okay, any other questions? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Opposed? Okay, and we don't have a report tonight. Does anybody have any questions for Emily? About anything going on?
Welcome as one of our crew now.
Sorry to put you on the spot, Emily. Okay,
Could I make a motion to adjourn?
you certainly can.
I should.
Second.
Okay, first and second to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
What are you waiting for? It's like.